Hello, I'm Beth Joey and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, welcome. This is the channel where I paint my face, turn my camera on and talk about some books. We are coming up to the lovely fall season. We are channeling pumpkin spice lattes, the color orange and everything comfy and cozy, as well as apparently a lot of murder mysteries, and that is definitely the theme of my fall TBR, which I'm going to run you through today. It is mostly murder mysteries and fantasy as well, I should say. Mostly murder mysteries and fantasy, with a couple of sort of romance fairy tale sort of things scooped up in there as well. But without any further ado, I'm going to run you through the books that I want to read for the season of fall, the things that give me comfy, cozy fall vibes. The first one is going to be Fairy Tales for Millennials by Bruno Vincent. This is a book that I actually picked up from TK Maxx, never heard of it before, but it's basically a retelling of fairy tales with a really weird millennial twist. So I'll read you the blurb because nothing describes this better than the blurb does, and it says, "In these stories you'll find Sleeping Beauty waking up woke, the nanny goat's gruff getting trolled, and the three little pigs explaining that realistically a house of straw is really the only way a first-time buyer can get on the property ladder. Goldilocks discovers a darling little porridge pop-up, the Pied Piper shifts his content strategy to attract more followers, and Hansel and Gretel meet a witch with a disruptive new approach to clean eating. Welcome to the world of fairy tales, millennial style." And I think that is absolutely hilarious. I'm hoping this is going to be fun and funny, and the reason why I picked it for fall is just because fairy tales gives me fall vibes, give me comfy, cozy vibes. So yeah, this is the first book. Next up, we have got The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This has been on so many TBRs, so I'm hoping putting it on this one will finally prompt me to read it. And this is very much a sort of whimsical, fun, fantasy, mysterious vibe that kind of comes along with this book that I think is perfect for fall. The Night Circus centers around a circus that arrives without warning, randomly appearing in towns, and it's there for one night, I think, and then disappears again. And within this circus, we've got two characters, Silvia and Marco, who are young magicians who are, I think, fighting it out in some sort of duel to become a part of the circus. I don't really know much about this book. Unbeknownst to them, they are part of a competition where only one of them will be left standing, and I think there's a sort of star-crossed lovers element in this story as well. It's apparently very whimsical, very fantastical, very beautiful, and Erin Morgenstern is one of those authors that I've never read but need to, so I'm super excited to pick this up, hopefully in the fall. The next one is just, it has to be a fall read just because of what it's about and where it's set and the witchy vibes that it gives me, and it is The Ex Hex by Erin Sterling. This was a book I think that was part of Book of the Month like last year around Halloween time, I think, but ever since I saw it then, I've really wanted to pick it up, and this year, this fall, is going to be the time that I finally do. It follows Vivian Jones, who handled a big breakup the way any normal person would, and that's ice cream, wine, and of course hexing her ex. And she didn't take this seriously, I don't think, until her ex arrives back in town and everything mysteriously starts to go wrong around him. As the curse begins to affect the town more broadly, and there are murderers, wind-up toys, an outraged ghost, and a surprisingly talkative cat, Vivi and Reese have to work together to figure out what went wrong and potentially end the hex that she put on him, and maybe some sparks will fly in the meantime. So yeah, this definitely gives me fall vibes. Next up is another sort of witchy pick, and that is Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. I've heard some mixed reviews about this one, so I'm not really sure what to think, but again, it's been on so many TBRs that I finally have to pick it up, otherwise I'm never gonna read it. I believe it follows a witch and a witch hunter who are thrust into some sort of arranged forced marriage. Their names are Louise and Reed, and it's definitely an enemies to lovers situation, and as well as a sort of Romeo and Juliet vibe, because there is an underlying war between their two respective families, their two respective groups, the witch hunters and the witches, for obvious reasons. They're witch hunters and witches, and yeah, it's a whole series, so hopefully I'll like this one and get stuck into the rest of the series, but we shall see. And now we get into the two murder mysteries, starting with Velvet Was the Night by Silvia Moreno Garcia. This is one of those authors that I have heard of everywhere. She's big on TikTok, she's big on BookTube, everything like that, and I just have to pick up something, and this sort of orange, the mysterious noir vibes just had me just reeling to pick this up for fall. I'm going to read you the blurb because this is the one book that I am really struggling with in terms of what it's about, and it says, "Mexico in the 1970s is a dangerous country, even for Maita, a secretary who spends her life seeking the romance found in cheap comic books and ignoring the activists protesting around the city. When her next-door neighbor, the beautiful art student Leonora, disappears under suspicious circumstances, Maita finds herself searching for the missing woman and journeying deeper into Leonora's secret life of student radicals and dissidents. Mexico in the 1970s is a politically fraught land, even for Elvis, a goon with a passion for rock and roll who knows more about kidney smashing than intrigue. When Elvis is assigned to find Leonora, he begins a blood-soaked search for the woman and his soul. Swirling in parallel trajectories, Mahurin and Elvis attempt to discover the truth behind Leonora's disappearance, encountering hitmen, government agents, and Russian spies, because Mexico in the 1970s is a noir, where life is cheap and the price of truth is high. So the mysteriousness, the vibe that it gives me is just everything that I want from fall, and it's the Baby Short book, so that's perfect. Can't wait to read. And the last book is a definite book talk fave. This is what made me want to pick up this book, and it is In My Dreams I Hold a Knife by Ashley Winstead. It is set 10 years after graduation at a college reunion where a friendship group comes back together after the death that tore their group apart of Heather Shelby. Her murder fractured everything, including the tight bond linking the 6 friends that had been so close since freshman year. As they come back together at this college reunion, it's clear that not everyone is ready to move on, and not everyone can let Heather's murder go unsolved. Someone's determined to trap the real killer to make the guilty pay, and the 6 friends at this college reunion are going to be forced to confront the year's worth of secrets that any of them would do anything to keep hidden, and the overall secret of what happened that night. So again, super vibey love a murder mystery in the fall, and I cannot wait to pick this up and hopefully love it just as much as everyone hyping it up has loved it. These are the 6 books that I'm hoping to read this fall. This is a very heavy stack. There's a lot of little baby short ones in here to sort of hopefully actually make me read these, because baby short ones are always easier to pick up than longer ones. And yeah, I'm super keen to give these a go and potentially find some new favorite books and have a really fun fall. I feel like we've got a really good range of genres. I've now realized that they're all upside down in terms of their titles. Sorry about that. They're all the right way around again. And yeah, let me know what you guys are reading in the fall as well, because this is a fun stack, but I would love to know what else is out there, what you guys are enjoying, what you're loving reading, what you're not liking reading. Come and chat to me in the comments down below. I do my best to reply to every single comment, and I'm gonna put this stack down now. I really hope that you liked this video, and if you did, please do let me know by liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell all down below. It is a super easy way to help my channel grow, and I will see you lovely people in my next video. Bye!